Hey there folks, welcome to another train simulator video. I went ahead and took the plunge. I was kind of on the fence about these, but anyway, the introduction. These are the newest loco pack from third-party developer DTM, and these are the Southern Pacific U33Cs and U30Cs as well. Anyway, just a bit of a preface. The U33C was a 6-axle road switcher built by GE. They built them between 1968 and 1975. They built almost about 400. They had 3,300 horsepower, of course, for the 33 and 3,000 for the 30. SP bought over 200 of these things, ranging from 85 to 8796, I think. They were built prior to the Dash 7. So after these, you would have the Dash 7, which just had a lot of things upgraded. Technical things. Anyway. And, anyway, the U30C became, or came before the U33. I know, it's a bit of a tongue-twisting mouthful. But anyway, what you get here is obviously what I have set out in front of us. We're sitting here at Ogden. Just because I didn't feel like going to Donner Pass. But I've got just about everything, about 90% laid out here, what you get in the pack. So you're going to, of course, get the U30C in Southern Pacific and Union Pacific livery. Those are the two on the right here. So these are the U30s. On the left, we've got the U33s. You're going to get 5 tank cars and multiple liveries, SP, couple of Caboose, and 3 liveries. You're going to get 4 scenarios for Donner Pass, and they are, of course, quick drive compatible, and they have driver and non-driver variants. Alright, into the meat. Enough of the veggies and potatoes. Visually, just sitting here looking at them, they look alright, honestly. They look okay. Compared to the old Alco DL109, the last DTM wear that came out, I was not a fan. I just think they could have been done so much better. Could I have done them better? Absolutely not. I just look at this stuff. But just as a perspective. But these, I feel like it's definitely a step up again from the DL109. The only thing that grabs me right off the bat that I'm not crazy about is the front plate, cow catcher, whatever you want to call them. And this kind of rail dust, whatever, that does not look great. I feel like that right there kind of takes away from the look as a whole, if I'm honest. But other than that, the model looks okay. The texturing and the paint looks okay. You can tell there's a bit of grime and dirt and all that in there, which is nice. The lettering looks good. The numbering looks good. As far as I can tell, the road numbers seem to check out on the SP. I don't know about the UP. But anyway, I had to bite. I'm a fan of old locos. Yeah, Gevos and Max and all that crap are great. All the new stuff. Yeah, sure. But I like the old stuff, personally. So, I went for it. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff here. So this is the Beluga Tank. This has got a funny setup here with the axles. You got to set these up independently. I mean, is it cool that we've got this in Train Simulator for the first time? Absolutely. But something about the model just looks a little bit off. I don't want to sit here and nitpick, but I don't know, the axles and the wheels look huge and very clean. The modeling of the tank itself seems okay. I feel like the fact that the white that's coming through in the game doesn't portray well. I don't know if it's, you know, the contrast, brightness, whatever. It looks kind of weird, but it's cool that we've got these in the game. I'll give it that. And yes, I just referred to it as the game twice. I will be burned at the stake. Simulator. Anyway, so we've got all kinds of other tanks here. They come in multiple liveries and varieties. There's black, brown, orange. Over here we've got our couple of cabooses. These look okay, I guess. They got that kind of odd, like, shininess to them that the locos don't seem to have. So this is obviously just the same caboose. It's kind of, you know, ported over into other packs time and time again, from what I can tell. But the colors and the lettering and the font and the logos look pretty good. They do have some weathering at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, they're cabooses. They're not the best cabooses, but it's a part of the pack. The meat is obviously the locos, and you get this other stuff as well, which is alright. This is the tank train. So we got the beginning, middle, and end. These are unique cars as well. As far as I know, I don't think there were any of these in Train Simulator until now. But the same thing. I just wish the axles and the wheels, you know, would be darkened up just a little bit, not blacked out, just darkened, you know, because they're always a bit shiny with DTM stuff. I mean, it's like, I get they're clean, you know, these rail cars that get a ton of miles under them. I get it. They stay polished, but it doesn't transfer well into the game, and it just kind of has a weird look. Yeah, they just need to be darkened. I don't know how easy that is. I don't know how hard it is. I don't really know. Just saying again, from my perspective, sitting here looking at it and past DTM stuff, they're just really bright. I think it's the exterior. Like, if the exterior and the inner axle were actually darkened, it would look a bit better. Anywho, all right. So we got some seepage coming out of the top. It's not very high res, but you know, it's all right. From a distance, it looks okay. Got the flammable signs on there. They look all right. All right. They're nothing groundbreaking, but you know, it's extra stuff you're getting with this loco pack essentially. And here are the actual branded SP tankers. Again, the lettering and the logo looks nice. I don't know about these numbers. I have no friggin' clue if those numbers are legit. I'm sure they are. Just kind of take a look around here. This is my first look. I set this up here in Ogden Yard, just a nice wide open space. I didn't want it to be Donner Pass. I didn't even have my headphones on when I was setting this stuff up, so yeah, here we are. As far as the U-boats and the engine sound, the engine note, that has been carried over from what I can tell. It sounds like the New Jersey Transit U34 CH. It's got that gurgle. It's, you know, considering all the sounds from some of the older stock in the game. Oh, I said it again. Sim. I'm just going to say game. Feels right saying game. These are not the worst sounds that I've had the pleasure or displeasure of hearing. But anyway, yeah. Alright, SP U30. It's probably going to get a bit loud. They are very chuggly. Now, out of the direct light, you can see a bit of weathering down there. But again, it's... I don't know. It kind of looks like almost the spray paint tool in Microsoft Paint, just little like, it's not very detailed. But the body looks pretty spot on from what I can tell. I mean, it does look good. Like, you know, I'm going to base everything on the Alco DL109 because it's the last DTM thing I looked at. This is already much better than that, without a doubt. It's pretty crisp and clean up there. The lettering, again, in SP looks good. Got the bell, the beacon up here. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like anything groundbreaking, I would say, but if you want some older UP and SP stuff to run wherever you like to run in TS, I'd go ahead and say go for this pack. Not only that, but we've got Tehachapi, or Tehachapi, however you want to pronounce it, coming out. That was announced. So you could definitely run these on Tehachapi. Alright, let's hop in. We'll hop in the SPU30 first and foremost. Alright, here we go. We'll just start off with the horn check. What the hell? There goes nothing. Oh my god! Alright. Are those the best and clearest sounds? No, not by a long shot. That title is only held by a few developers that just are so into their craft. And not to knock these. I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm not trying to do that. A lot of us know with the DTM stock, you're always going to get the same horn and the same bell, right? For just about everything. And that does not seem to be the case here. Now the bell sound seems to come from the back, even though it's right there. That is not a bad bell sound. And of course the horn, it's not terrible. Like I could think of so many other horns that could have been rehashed that could be much worse. Let's do a distant test here. Oh no. Oh, that's just killing it for me, man. Ah, where's it at? Right behind me. So no matter where you go, the horn sound is the same. No Dopplerage. Well, damn. Alright, anyway, so if you want to do some, like, distant, watching it race past you horn show, it's not going to be that fun just because of that. Just saying. Alright, let's hop back in here. Right. Just looking at this right off the bat, there's some bits that look okay that I'm okay with, my train sim plebbiness. Some bits look okay, like the floor and the walls and the roof. They look okay. They could have used some more love, but the control stand looks kind of bland. It's just like black. I get it, the control stands are black. That's not what I'm getting at, but there's like no texture to it or something. It's just too flat. Let's see if it does the old DTM turn on the light and lose about 10 frames thing. That's not just DTM, it's other locos as well, but check that out. Let me get our frame counter up here. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. It does not change. Now, it's usually the task light, which kind of shines on the control stand that'll do that, but it has not changed. Alright, let's see what we can mess with here. Alright, here's our reverser. Nothing groundbreaking with the sounds there, but it's alright. Not terrible. Let's see here. Alright, headlights. Let's see what happens with the headlights here. Man, I would really love if, and this is just from my personal taste. We all have our opinions, Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. They usually stink. But that kind of starburst thing coming from the lights, I'm not a fan of that. if that could somehow be removed, that would be, that'd be good. Just saying. All right. High beams. That looks a little bit better. That's kind of got that flared look, you know, if you're using like a camera from 1994, you know, and taking photos of the railroad. Looks a little bit better. Alright, let's see. What do we have? Instrument lights. If I can get my mouse on it here. There we go. I mean, they work. I kind of like how they look through the handles down here. The way they glow up through, because if you look really close, I can't zoom in much more, but the middle of the number has the majority of the light, and then it just kind of fades away at the top and bottom. That actually looks pretty decent. There's our cab light. Wipers. Alright, you know what? I'm A-okay with those wipers. They don't make any horrible sound. That's one of my things in train sim is wipers that make just repetitive noise over and over. I get it, they make sounds in real life, especially if it gets dry, but it's just really irritating. Got our bell. See what it sounds like inside here. There is a difference, so that's alright. Do the horn check. That's quiet, man. But you do have this loud-ass 7FDL raging behind us. But it's not terrible. I mean, it could be a little bit louder. But it's not the worst horn. Window open. Now, there's no ambience inside and out, which seems to be a trend with a lot of stock in train sim. Doesn't change the horn or the bell sound as well. Remove these visors. Another thing I noticed, there was no manual on the Steam store. Now, there may be one within the files. I just didn't take the time to look because I'm mostly lazy. But normally these come with manuals, so let me open the door here. And we can mess with right here. Engine start. Front number boards, definitely going to take a look at those. Class lights, absolutely. That's it. Let's see. Well, the number boards work. Okay, hold on a minute here. Okay, now they're lit up. So with the lights on, you can't see them. Either that or they don't illuminate. They're kind of red. Like, a little bit. Tiny bit. Let's turn it back off. Alright, back to the control stand. Yeah, I'd say the biggest weak point of this entire cab is the control stand. It's just, it needs some shading or something. Our loco brake, train brake. Let's go ahead and pop those on. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these have the advanced, I'm doing air quotes, advanced braking script. The sounds are okay. They're not bad. They're not bad. Do the train brake. Okay, so they're not lapping brakes. We'll just leave them charged up here. Alright, well, what else can we mess with here? What's down here? Damn the torpedoes! The seats could use you know, an update. Not gonna lie. When you get closer to the back wall, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't look that great. Alright, this door opens as well. Ah, there we go. Alright, well, I think that just about covers the SP U30. Let's shut this puppy down. Oh wow, the fuses, or the switches up here actually moved. I don't recall that happening in another DTM product. If any of you have, please let me know in the comments. I don't remember seeing that before. Alright, so we shut this one down. He ain't smoking no mo. Alright, good deal. Let's hop in the UP variant. Again, the man, that front plate. Oh, if that could just be changed like this, they would look 10 times better, in my humble opinion. Just overall, exterior wise, it just looks like it ran into a mountain of pudding or something. It's got those plated UP trucks, which actually don't look too bad on this. They look all right. All right, let's hop in it. We got quite a few to go over here. All right, let's check out the headlights. And there we go. So you can see different headlights. They're kind of weird though. Like, it's just a black hole in the middle. Light is somehow emitting on the sides. Let's see what they look like dimmer. Eee. That's a negative Ghost Rider. Not liking that too much. Alright. Instrument lights, cab lights, wipers. All gravy. These are rear heads. Might as well check those on here. I didn't check it with the SPU30. Okay, well, the rear headlights look better than the front. What the hell's going on with that? It's still got that weird kind of glare thingy going on. Alright, what else? All the doors and windows should still be open. Essentially, these are the same models. Let's shut this puppy down as well. Hold on, let's do class lights number boards. Yepers. They work. Alright, let's shut her down. The switch is moved again. How about that? I don't remember seeing that ever. Alright, so there obviously are variations. You don't have the snorkel light up here on the UP variant. The bell is different. Should be the same horn, I think. Of course, the headlights are different. I'm sure there was slight variations between UP and SP. But there is some difference there, which is alright. Now, one of the big things you can tell when you're looking at this pack and you're going between the U30 and the U33 is the flared radiator. These did not have, I mean, they were kind of flared, like a tiny bit, but the 33 had a hammerheadage. Alright, we'll try the Hornet Bell in this puppy. It's the same, but it's not horrible. The horn does have a loop, but again, just comparing this to other DTM stock, if you want to go back to the UP GTELs, the first gen turbines, there was a horn loop on that. That was probably the shortest horn loop I've ever heard in the entire game. But these, it seems like a little bit of care has been taken for that not to happen. It's there, but it's kind of noticeable. It's probably about a second and a half, maybe. Anywho. Alright, let's hop in. Alright, so the variation here, we're over to the SP U33Cs. Now, this UP is kind of a gimme, you know. You get this one for free, the U30. But the U33 will not come with Union Pacific, although I think Union Pacific ordered some U33s as well. But anyway, we'll hop in this one. You can already see right off the bat the difference between the two, which is kind of cool about this one, is that L-shaped glass. That's pretty neat. We'll hop in this one first. Alright, U33 time. We were in the U30. Go ahead and do a horn test. Same Hornet Bell. Of course, the windows are all gonna... They're all gonna open. They're all gonna work. The doors are gonna open. It's DTM. At least with the DTM stuff, that's pretty much a given every time. It looks pretty much identical. These were not night and day differences from the U30s, so don't expect anything too crazy. Try the headlights out here. Alright, now see, those headlights look a little bit better. I don't know what was going on with that Union Pacific U30, but those definitely look better. They're still really, really bright HID looking, but you know, whatevs. Alright, instrument lights, cab lights. Still no frame hit on the cab lights. Wipers work as well. Oh, shoot. Off. Damn it. Let's check the sand. It's the bell. Is there sand? Alright, sand seems to work. I kind of don't mind the horn sound interior-wise. Now, keep in mind, we're sitting here next to 4 of these bastards, okay? They're loud. So if you're out on your own somewhere with a, you know, one string of cars, you'd probably be able to hear it a little bit better. But it's got that muffled interior sound, which is, you know, pretty nice. Gyro Lights. There we go. Okay. Now they're running. Alright. I'm always 100% okay with Gyro Lights and Mars Lights. They're not very bright, you know, but it works. That's kind of cool. I don't know that it's actually casting shadow, though, on the ground. Alright, anywho. So it's got a sticker that says run and off, motor and control. And then this, let's see if they stay on without the gyra. No. Okay, so they'll still gyra. It's just the lights don't come on. So that's a neat little feature, I guess. Check the brakes out again here. See if we can drop it in emergency on here. Alright, PCS is tripped. Again, it's got that kind of crushed sound with, you know, tripping the PCS. That could be updated as well. Just, you know, just saying. None of these work. Front class lights, number lights. Oh, there we go. Now we got the snorkel light up top going. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool, I must admit. Alright, let's shut this puppy down and hop into the L-shaped glass U33. Trying to think if I missed anything blatantly obvious here. Alright, this one we're going to hook up to these tanks in the Caboose and we're going to run down the track here. Horn check, bell check's going to be the same. Yep. Dude, look at that glass. That's cool as hell, man. Talk about visibility. Probably not very safe. You know, even though it's... Well, back in the day, maybe it was heavily tempered. I don't really know. But right off the bat, you can immediately tell this one's got a different control stand. It looks extremely clear to me that this is the control stand from the U34CH, the NJT loco. It looks extremely similar. There's our dead man's pedal down there. Doesn't work. It's our loco brake. Alright, let's see what we can press here. Front headlights, we'll start with dim. Wipers, Now this one does have wiper sounds. It's not the worst sound in the world though. So it's almost like this model right here had a little extra care taken and was built completely different. Maybe spent a little more time on, but you can tell it's already way different. Alright, let's check out the headlights. Okay. Now that's interesting. So on these, I don't know if it's something going on with the in-game lighting here, but there actually seems to be a kind of incandescent glow and not just bright HID, you know, burn your eyes out of your sockets whiteness. It's still got that weird starburst thing. But they look different. Alright, there's brake. Hey! Oh, those are bright. Dim is bright. It doesn't look horrible though. I think the bright looks better than the dim. The dim would look fantastic if that little kind of starburst thing would just go somewhere else. But yeah, this control stand looks a lot like the U34. Alright, now we're going to pop it in reverse, actually. So it's actually got a dynamic brake setting on the reverser handle. So it's got 5 settings. Dynamic brake, reverse, reverse, neutral, forward, dynamic brake, forward. That is pretty interesting. Alright, let's see. What is this here? MU engine shutdown or emergency shutdown. That doesn't seem to operate. Gauge, instrument lights. Alright, I still got the frame rate on. I'm going to hit the overhead light. Alright, there is a little bit of a frame hit in here, but it's nothing crazy. It's like 2-3 frames. I have it locked at 30, and it goes down to like 26 right here. It's nothing at all. Lead axle sand, order light. Okay, that's the thing that normally kills frames, and that is not applicable here, thankfully. Let's see, step lights. They look all right. They're not too bright. Sometimes step lights, even on the best engines, you know, in train sim, can look ridiculous when they're on. So they don't look too bad. Windows should open as well. Indeedly do. The door, there we go. This, I feel like this cab looks much better. Out of this pack, already, if I was gonna operate an engine, the most out of this pack would be this sucker right here. Alright, gyrate, baby. Let's gyrate. It's cool, man. There's just something about watching those little motors move these lights around like that. That's pretty neat. Alright, what do we got back here? Number board and class lights. So I think it's got like a kind of a safety thing going on where the class lights will not illuminate with the headlights on, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Alright, so let's try the head out view. Let's go grab these tankers. Oh yes, dude. Okay. I've just been confirmed just by trying this out right now that the physics on these locomotives, or at least this locomotive in this pack, are some of the most realistic physics in train sim for a North American engine. I put it in notch 1 and it took its time, you know, starting to creep backwards here, get the amps up. It didn't just bam take off like, you know, slapping a horse on the ass. So these physics have been carried over. I think, I don't want to misspeak here, but they seem oddly similar to the revamped New Jersey Transit U34CH that should be coming within the next couple of months, because this feels and sounds just like it, which is not a bad thing in my opinion. Alright, we got them. Now I saw something from my just general readings on the interwebs about some people having texture issues on the couplers, because that's one of the first things I look for when I load it in here, and I'm not seeing anything. Now they look a bit odd. These kind of fins on the top and bottom. I don't know if those are like legit to the age or what. The prototypicality. Maybe that's what the issue is. It does look kind of funky. I don't know. Maybe something about these tank cars had those or something. But it all seems to have them. Let's look at the Caboose. Alright, the Caboose looks okay. Let's go back and check one of the other engines. Yeah, that one's alright. That one's alright. 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 So that's interesting. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's something to do with those tankers? Alright, let's get that Caboose. So it doesn't happen with the Caboose. Oh wait, yeah it does, because it's part of the tank. Yeah, dude, I don't know. If anybody knows, please do say in the comments if that's typical to these tankers or what. Because they're on all the rolling stock. That's interesting. Alright. Let's run by here. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. Yeah, that's honestly not a bad horn. It sounds old. These are old engines. It's just the kind of abruptness in which it ends that's probably the most noticeable thing. Because it's got like a little bit of a quill or leak sound at the front, but the back just quickly dies out. Alright, notch 2. Three. You see what I'm talking about with the wheels, the axles on the tankers? Just look odd to me. It's got some flange and joint popping. I'm not hearing any flange squeal though. I remember some of the older DTM stuff, that was like all you would hear. It would just be super loud. I get it, you know. They make flange noises, but just how much the volume needs to be is key on that. This thing, I gotta say though, this thing feels nice to operate because I would be willing to bet a solid $3.30 that this is the same physics and sound that came from the U34CH, the updated one that's coming anyway with the Area Lackawanna pack. And I had a feeling from the beginning. So just out of that right now, out of this pack, this thing alone, this loco alone, you know, for DTM and coming off the heels of the Alco DL 109 that just came out, I'm actually kind of glad I got this thing, especially with Taya Choppy coming. Now the rolling stock again is kind of just extra, you know. You want this for the locos. The tankers are all right, but they, you know, the axles and the wheels are kind of funny. The trucks. What's cool is he did include some. I didn't lay those out here, but he did include some models that are easily paintable. So that's kind of cool in itself, I guess. I don't do any painting. I have zero talent in that department, but for you painters out there, it should be all right. But honestly, this thing looks all right, man. I like the look of it. I am satisfied with it, you know. Just me, my personal view on it. The only thing that just murders it for me with a butter knife is that front plate and whatever's, you know, is going on there. I would almost rather it be clean, you know, or maybe a darker color, you know, like rust. Then I'm not sure what that is, but I'm digging it, man. There's a lot in this pack. You know, if you're gonna base it on, you know, the top tier train simulator stuff, and you know who you are, that's fine. To each our own. You're probably not going to be satisfied with this, but as far as like middle tier, with older generation rolling stock, I think it's pretty legit. It's not too bad at all. If you're into the older stuff, go ahead and get it. If you're not, I'd say probably wait for a sale. Just again, for my very humble opinion. But I think I'll leave it right there. I hope I covered most everything. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, or you notice something I didn't, which is very possible, just let me know down below. But otherwise, that is going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.